MetaStock 14 has incorporated several key enhancements into the Power Console that can help you streamline your workflow. In this 4-part training series, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of those features. With that being said, let's go into MetaStock. In this training, we're going to review the added functionality of MetaStock's Power Console. The ability to click and drag and resize the Power Console makes it easier for users to maximize and take advantage of the real estate of MetaStock. It's as simple as clicking and dragging and stretching MetaStock across your screen. You can also use the Maximize button. In addition, you can change your options and the Power Console will retain it upon closing and reopening. So let's change a couple of our options. Let's change the range to load maximum records and display options to 250. I'm also going to change my interval to 5 minutes and to attach the expert advisor. And now I'm going to close the Power Console and reopen it. And you'll see that my options have been retained as well as the resizing of the Power Console. Another change in functionality is the way that the Power Console manages its list of instruments. It now takes advantage of a tree control. So you can use the arrows of the keyboard to expand and retract the different lists. So for example, I'm going to use my down arrow on the keyboard to go down to my local data lists and use the right arrow key to expand them. And then I'm going to use my left arrow key to retract. And this is the same functionality for the custom online lists. And that's the same for the public online data lists as well. Makes it easier for users to navigate, and it no longer requires just the mouse. In addition, the tree control allows users to access menus by simply double-clicking onto them. This is the same throughout all of the menus for local data, as well as for the public online lists. And in addition, you have the right-click menu as well for editing, copying, and deleting. Another really nice feature is being able to take a list of instruments from the public online data lists and quickly add them to one of your custom online data lists. So for example, let's go into, let's say, the Canadian ETFs. Let's say you wanted to add those to your custom list. You could select the exchange itself, right-click, and add checked descendants to custom list. And it then brings up a list of all of your custom lists, and you can select whatever list you'd like to add those 382 instruments to, rather than having to go and locate that exchange every time you wanted to do work with it, whether it's a scan or a back test. Next, we're going to look at some of the increased functionality in the instrument search section. We now have the ability to do a symbol search using symbols that contain or start with or ends with. So obviously, you can do a symbol search that contains all symbols with IB. And it'll go through and search your public online lists for any symbols that start with IB. Contains IB, or starts with IB, or ends with IB. Same thing with a name search. So we can do WOORI. Right now it's not finding anything for me because I have a custom public online data list which just has the equities North America. So let's do Oh, I'm sorry, I had ends with. I was looking for starts with. And there you go. Now it finally finds a hit. Now if I did a name search with ends with and typed in MF, you're going to see I find a long list of hits. We also added another option here to search all public symbols. Like I had mentioned earlier, my public list contains only North American exchanges. Now, if I wanted it to search all of the exchanges, not just the ones that I have added to my Power Console, I would check that option and it would expand my list to be everything. So I'm going to do a symbol search and I'm going to do contains and I'm going to type in the euro symbol, which it will find, even though it is not part of the list that I currently have displaying in my Power Console. So we're going to go ahead and hit cancel out of the instrument search window. Another change in the Power Console is, oftentimes we have users that are working with both local data as well as online instruments. And if you have a local data file selected as well as an online instrument selected, you'll see over here that we've put up a message that lets you know that these particular options will only apply to the online instrument. In this case, it would be Apple. That the local data instrument, these options do not apply to it. So for example, the local data instrument will not open up in the 5-minute interval, only the online instrument will. So I'm going to uncheck my local data file. And another benefit of the Power Console, which is very much related to the tree control, is the ability to just simply hit enter on your keyboard and have it open up your chart. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to hit enter and you'll see that my Apple chart in the 5-minute interval will go ahead and open. Another great benefit of the tree control, again, or very much related to the tree control, is being able to hit the Control W and have the Power Console open up again. And you'll see here it's retained all of its settings with Apple still selected. So I'm going to select all of the items in my custom menu and I'm going to change it to 10 minutes and I'm going to select the black template and I'm going to select the summary button. And you'll see here that the summary button basically just lets you know what your load records are, what you're set to display, the interval, what template you have selected, and all of the instruments that you're set to open up with at that time. And then you can select Open Chart, and all of your charts will begin opening. And that concludes my review of the added functionality of MetaStock's Power Console. And thank you for joining me today.